It's time to check in on some of the day's top business stories. Hi, Richard.
Hey, Fiza. How was your day? What's new with you? What's your hot take, Fiza?
Can't complain. Everything is good. I love the weather, regardless of what everybody is saying. Not complaining.
Broke out the winter coat for the first time today, but, you know, it is what it is. It was nice and sunny, so it's not all bad, right?
Exactly. You got to take the good with the bad.
Absolutely.
Okay, Richard, let's start with the bad first. The Canadian economy, it hit a bit of a bump in the road last month. Tell us about that.
Yeah, the experts were thinking, Fiza, that we were going to see a gain of about 15,000 jobs in October. Turns out Canada lost 1,800 jobs last month, was the weakest jobs report since July. And they said it was due to losses in the manufacturing and construction sectors. All the losses were full-time jobs, not what you really want to see. Election-related hiring in October did help offset some of the declines. It came after a huge job creation number in September, more than 20,000 jobs created there. You know, the numbers for Canadian jobs are all over the place month to month. And it turns out, Fiza, that Stats Canada comes up with these numbers by just cold calling people. They ring you up and they say, hey, were you employed last month? Did you get a new job? And that's kind of how they extrapolate these numbers. So it's not a precise science, and that's why we kind of get a lot of variations. Big end result to this, though, was the Canadian dollar, as you saw there, dropping almost a third of a cent today.
Okay, Richard. So let's talk coffee and cannabis. Apparently, they go hand in hand. The owners of Second Cup are looking to diversify.
Yeah, so the Second Cup is changing. It's the name of its parent company. It's going to be Aegis Brands. Now, the actual coffee stores themselves will still be called Second Cup, but the parent company called Aegis Brands. Part of a plan to, yes, diversify beyond these coffee shops. The company wants to get into food service and even cannabis. Want to open some cannabis shops, maybe even turn some of those Second Cup stores into cannabis shops, is what they previously indicated. You know, the Second Cup was really a pioneer in coffee in Canada, but it was eclipsed by the likes of Tim Hortons and McDonald's, and now its store count is only about 250 or so, down from its peak of more than 400 in the early 90s. The stock is suffering on Bay Street. So they're looking to right the ship and to get into other sectors, Fiza.
I mean, everyone's doing it.
Cannabis, you mean?
Yes.
It's true. It's the in thing. We were talking yesterday about Drake starting a cannabis line. So, yes, everyone and his dog trying to get into that sector.
I wonder what Drake would even do with that money. Do you even need more money?
He's built that big house in the bridle path. He's probably got to pay the mortgage on that thing, Fiza.
He did. I'm hoping I get an invitation to the housewarming.
He's got space for you, that's for sure, that big palace.
Okay, let's talk about the new Guinness World Record that's been set. It involves what we just talked about, big money. Maybe Drake was part of it?
It involves, shall we say, shelling out big money. It's a crustacean craze, Fiza. Do you like seafood?
Yeah, why not?
Not at this price, you won't. The world's most expensive snow crab has just sold in Japan. We're looking at the sale here. A guy paid 5 million yen, just over 60,000 Canadian, for a male snow crab. That's it right there. It weighed just 2.7 pounds, so very small for that price. The winning bidder quoted as saying, I'm sure the taste of the crab will match the price. Don't know if that's the case. You know, though, the money actually had nothing to do with the crab itself. In Japan, when the fishing season starts, as it did yesterday, it's believed traditionally that the first winning bid, whoever has that, will have good fortune for the entire year. So that's why he spent the big money on that crab.
Well, it's worth it.
Pass the cocktail sauce. 60K.
Jeez, that's a lot of money.
It sure is.
Okay, let's end this segment with a look at gas prices. What's happening at the pumps as we reach the weekend, Richard?
A little bit of good news. We went down 2 cents this morning. Going to go down another cent tonight, according to Enpro International. Hang tight, Fiza. I'm back just after 6:30. NASA opening outer space samples that have been sealed for decades. We're going to take a look at that and more just after 6:30.
Okay, thanks, Richard. We'll talk to you again in the next hour.